It's a string. Okay. Get a boo-boo. Go back here. Oh, there we go. Okay. You put this down. Okay. Now get this away. Oh, you know what? I thought I wanted to turn this around. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm doing it now, but I forgot. I forgot. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Wait for the leg. Oh, perfect. Okay. I think it's perfect. Okay. If anybody's there, can you please say something if you can hear me well? I'm sorry, I have to keep on clearing my throat this morning. I these glasses away. So yeah, I wanted to cover this journal here. And well, I should take this away for now. I might be needing it later on. I'm having um okay, so this is these are the fabrics that I wanted to use to cover up this journal. I was looking through my fabrics the other day and I found these. I forgot about these completely. Now I made these. I had I had made these for a blanket for my son. I am so sorry. And I never ended up making it because what I thought he was going to buy as a bedroom set, he didn't buy anymore. So I decided to just save them, but they were already cut like this because this is how I had to do the blanket. I want to. There, that's better. Okay. I kept on hearing my voice, so it was confusing me. Um, yeah, so I had to do this blanket and didn't end up doing it. And I'm kind of happy I didn't because although these were all done with a medium and, acrylic paints, I then decided that it might be better not to risk making a whole blanket out of them. So I just saved them. I didn't continue anymore. And they're just beautiful, beautiful fabrics that were jelly printed once upon a time on. They're different, actually, different fabrics. Or no, they're not. It just depends on the paint that was on them. It was just probably an old sheet that I did them on. So yeah, they're kind of looking like this. There's lots of them. So I'm going to start picking out um, some of the, the ones that I like best. Oh, just hold on a second. I did forget something. Look at this for now. I didn't use them for a blanket, but I made this huge bag and I'll be right back in a second. Okay, just had to get something. So yeah, this is the bag, and it's really, really big. It's perfect for a weekend bag. Bring to the market with you, and yeah. So I showed you the very first ones of the jelly prints are these, and this is how the blanket was supposed to be with this exact design. That's what the blanket would have been like. So I continued that design because I had so many already done with this fabric around it. So I thought, you know what, not to waste it, I'm going to make something out of it. But I did have lots of, other jelly prints left over. In fact, some of them I even started to design. I had much more, but I think I used them up in other projects. So the ones that were embellished. And this is something that could be done after it's done to the journal. So yeah, this is the bag, huge bag. And so what I did was then I stitched around. It's kind of like a little quilting. I stitched around each one with different colors of floss. So I'm going to pick out. Oh, I'm bringing something with me there. And I made these really cool handles with always the same fabric and strip. I just folded them and made them nice and sturdy. And yeah, it's a cool bag. Put this in behind me. So yeah, I'm going to be picking out a few nice ones. Well, color coordinating them at least. How about purple? Purple, and that one looks similar. Well, no, actually it's not. Oh, this is a pretty one. I'm going to, yeah, that's perfect. And then this one here. So naturally, I'm going to be cutting them up because this is a pretty one too. Let me see on this pile. Yeah, I did these a long time ago. Really long time ago. I did this probably as soon as I got my jelly plate back then. This is a really cool one too. Oh, that one's pretty. They're so, you can't really pick them out. They're so nice. But then again, you know what? It's going to be, embellished after. So you're not really going to see them. And what I did get is my pinking shears. And I'll take out my scissors as well too, normal scissors. And I finally got one of these. I got this early on in this summer that cuts fabric with the pinking edge, but you do need a mat for that. And then I think this pack here, it's from Prim. And I think it has a straight edge one. And then it even has another one. I haven't tried this one yet. It's a bigger zigzag, but it's perfect for, fabric and things like that. This I haven't understood how to use yet, but it's something to guide you. I guess if you're not using a ruler, I'm going to put that away. Anybody around? No? Okay. I'm going to continue and then I'm going to load this up. So it's morning here for us in Italy. Well, it's 11 o'clock, almost 11 o'clock. So if there's any night owls out there. Okay, now this is a journal that is almost finished, but I've always left, there's a few pages back here. There's a lot, but they will be pasted together. So I'd say there's probably about another 10 pages to do in this journal. And then I'm going to have to do the inside pages as well too. And I put a plastic bag around the things here. So it was an old animal encyclopedia or something like that, an animal book. So I'm going to start just cutting them up randomly. And then just cutting them up in pieces, you guys, so that way I'll then assemble them all on these here. Okay. Small pieces, big pieces, whatever. This one here. See, this one here, when you embellish them like that, and then you go and cut them, because see here, it's all attached. So I could divide this in half, like lengthwise, because if I cut it this way, mind you, it's only for a journal, so I'll be pasting it, and yeah, I'm going to cut it. These ones, on the other hand, I'm afraid that they're going to start letting go, so I could put some glue underneath this when I attach them and make sure that they're not going to go anywhere. But like I said, I can add all these things after I've glued the fabric down. So I think for now, that's enough. I'm going to get my glue. And you know what I'm thinking of instead? How about a medium? I'm wondering about if I have some. I'm not sure if I have any. You know, when you kind of abandon your craft room for a while, you forget what you have. But you know what? I don't think I have any gel medium. No. No, they're all varnish, and no gel medium on the horizon. Okay. Oh, and I brought these too. Who's there? Hi, Loesta. How are you? I'm glad you can join me. I'm all alone. Well, you know what? It's going to be not a long video, but yeah. So I found this other fabric as well too. It was just hanging about that, you know, if I want to go in there and use some things. These were made that I wanted to start selling fabrics, and then you know that happened where my tiles popped in the house, and I had to practically abandon everything else to you know, pack up all my stuff. And because we're doing the tiles, it's like you're doing a whole move as well too. So we had to retile the whole house. So oh, I'm good. I just wanted some company. So no gel medium. I'm going to use the white glue, which is fine. And I've been wanting to do this journal for the longest time. Let me get this. Oh, I should get a whatchamacallit, a cloth. Sorry, Dottie. I have my baby here that's always with me. She won't leave me for a second. My puppy, that is. Okay. So I'm just going to randomly glue them on. And see how this goes. Yeah, I've learned to do, like I said, this journal isn't finished yet, but I've learned to wait to do your journal covers because they kind of get ruined in the process of using and, opening, closing your journal. So I I did this, but you know what? I fabric is very resistant, so hopefully it won't get ruined in the process of finishing up this journal. Like I said, I have about another 10 pages, and then I'm done with it. The big journal. I like this journal because when I find big images that I want to use, I've been keeping them for in here. Like I have a couple put aside that I want to, use in here that are really beautiful images and make beautiful backgrounds for them as well too. You know what? I don't know why this glue, or maybe the brush was dirty. Probably the brush. Ew, yucky glue. Why did it do that? I might have to dip my brush get a clean brush. Yeah, you know what? I just thought of that. The things here, what are they called? Oh my goodness, I never remember the name of these things oh dear, in Italian they're paillette, in English they're, I can't remember. But the glue underneath is going to hold them down, so I don't have to worry about them being lost coming out. Down here, yeah, really terrible glue. Oh, that's so disappointing. I was using this glue yesterday, and that wasn't going on. Yeah, I like the picket edges. What kind of journal will it be? Well, it's just a normal art journal. I'm not from England. Neither am I. You're talking about when I said what these are called, Roesta? The oh my God, I hate when I can't remember a word in English. I remember them in Italian, but I can't remember them in and we were just talking about this with Annie the other day. Anyways, yeah, the journal. I'll give you a quick clip. You want to see it? So this one is really I don't know how to continue page, but it'll get there. I'll find the perfect thing for it. And then there's these ones. This is from the Golden Lady movie, and see if I can see that. Okay, this is another one. Just like an art journal. This is another page that I really like as is. But yeah, there will be done something with it. I don't remember what these little hooks were for. They came off of clothing or something, and I thought they were really cool. This is one that needs to be finished as well too. There's a lot. You'll notice that there's a lot of pages in here that I don't continue at the moment, but I do that a lot. I'll go back to them after and continue them after. This was inspired by a shopping bag that I had. It's really cute, and I can continue doodling on this as well. This is another one. The lilies say, "Behold, how we preach without words of purity." There's a lot of images that I like in magazines and things like that, and I try to make them part of, things. This is another 2 pages that were left in, I know. Like I said, you'll find a lot of that with me. I do like this page as is, but this one here with the zebras has, something It needs something more. I'm wondering if I put my camera, just a second, let me get this here. If I try to put my camera higher, see what happens. If you can get a better view of it. Let me see now, because I'm lagging a bit. Oh, there are my boobies. Sorry, Resta. Yeah, no, not happening. Okay, let me see. Bring it in a bit more. It's I just want you to see the pages better, that's all. But yeah, it did work. I'm out farther. I just have to move the book now. Okay. I'm sorry that I'm doing this, but it's lagging, so I have to wait to see what's on the camera before I can. That's perfect. Okay. I'm not going to touch it anymore. This one here is I like it as, oh sorry, I left one out. So this is a complete page. Finally, I found this really cute, cool image of this lady holding this olive oil bottle, and so I finished it off with a beautiful kind of terracotta background that kind of resembles the colors of Tuscany and things like that. Even though I'm down south in Italy, in Sicily, and put Italy's best olive oil, and then she's holding. I love the way she's dressed and everything. This is the one where I say I love packaging. I really love, the way they want to publicize things. So I love looking at packaging. I'm always looking at packaging and finding them very interesting things. This is a tobacco bag. In my smoking days, I used to, when I wanted to quit smoking, I tried smoking tobacco, and that really didn't work. So I thought I was going to smoke less, but it was really nerve wracking because I didn't know how to roll the cigarettes, even though there's machines to do them. Thank you, Resta. You like them? Resta, where are you from? I can't remember. I know you said something before. This is a complete page. When I get little notes like this in Happy Mail, I love saving them, to remember things that people have sent me and things like that. And I think this was sent, this is a piece of bags we get onions in. These were one of my first Happy Mails. This is another one. I love chairs. So, and I have these magazines that show a lot of new stuff that's come out and everything. It's actually a crafting magazine as well too, but they show all new things. So when I find them, I'm pasting them here, and I really like the black and white background of the original journal. This needs to be finished. I just have to get coloring these cats again. I kind of goofed up with them, so I have to redo them. This is something my son Valentino did, and I loved it. These are images from magazines that I really liked, and I just pasted them in here. I don't know if I'm going to continue anything there, but I just really liked them. My son had to do this collage in school, and I really liked it, so I pasted it in here, and I won't be doing anything to this. This one is just birds, I guess. Birds and all different types of stuff. other images that I really love from magazines. This one, this page is done. This one I want to add something to it after. Which page was that? Oh, the Neverlands. Oh, yeah. So we're neighbors, kind of, right? Right. Anyways, that's my husband and I's dream to do. We want to do a cruise, but we want to do a cruise. I think this cruise leaves from Amsterdam, and we want to do, all these countries that, yeah. And so I want to visit one day. Yes. Yeah. Once in a while, I'll put these little tabs on the pages too. Here's another one. It's kind of like a vintagey thing. And at the moment that I was doing this page, I probably received these two things here that are from a wedding invitation. So I added them in here. My problem with journals and things like that is that I don't date them, and I know it's wrong. Do you date yours? Here's another one. I love doing backgrounds. I'm not good at drawing, so that's why I always go for, images. This one is incomplete. This is something else. One of my youngest son drew me once upon a time, and I put it on here. I put it in here, but this was on my refrigerator for years and years and years. It was just there. He did it for me one day. I put it on the fridge and it never left the fridge until my tiles popped and I had to, move the house, move everything. And this is my favorite thing in the world. But now it's my grandson. But I love feet, baby's feet. I could eat them. I can eat them for breakfast, for dinner, for lunch. They are the most beautiful thing. Oh yeah. See, and you know what really bothers me about that is that there's a lot of glare. I know. What really bothers me about it. This is another page that I did. Now the background is done with a swiping technique with actually dimensional paints, and then I doodled these flowers on here. Unfinished page. Because I really like this image, I kept it and just painted around. Now this, once upon a time, I saw, her name is Crystal Art, I think the thing is called. And I saw her doing one of these pages and it was just beautiful and I had to copy. So yeah, this is just birds and images and things like that. And then I cut this. These are from little storybooks that I have, Too Short, Too Tall, Too Fat, Too Thin. These are images that I found. More. This is another page that I have to finish. I found these leaves outside and I really, really like leaves. I'm sorry. You know what these are? These are from, this is another image that I like that I haven't put in here yet, but it will go in. These are actually from poinsettias when they dried out. And I pasted them all over the place. That's another thing that I do is why I don't have finished pages is because I when I find something, I just paste it in, something like these leaves, And then I just, wait till I find the perfect thing and go back to it. These are just beer things, and this isn't finished, obviously. When I find something to beer, new labels, I'm going to put them in here. These are cutouts that I put in here. They give you such beautiful texture in your pages. This is one that I did just a couple of days ago because I wanted to try out, I'll show it to you. I wanted to try out this new stencil that I got from Stamperia. Which would be this right here. Do you get Stamperia in the Netherlands, Roesta? And I think that's it. Yeah, no more pages. We'll get back to decorating. Put the plastic bag around it. There we go. Okay. Continue here. This is a really good glue. I've never seen anybody use this glue in the States. No, not much Stamperia. Well, you know what? You're not far from Italy. You can order it directly from Italy as well, too. That's how I order. I order it from, I'm down in Sicily, and I order it from a store in Rome. Because here in Sicily, in our town, we have no more craft craft stores. They all closed down, and I have to go to a couple of towns over, which isn't that far. I shouldn't be complaining. And they have a really good assortment. But you know what? I don't drive, so I'm always depending on somebody to, take me somewhere. And I prefer just, being at home and ordering online. So I order from this store from Rome. It's going to come out like a type of boho almost thing. Naturally, it's going to have to dry quite a long time after. See this one here. I can put down here. Are you liking this so far? What do you think? Oh, 2 hours. That's terrible. No, I don't have to. I don't have to drive 2 hours. But can you order online? When you get your craft supplies, do you order them online? Looking for something different here. Yeah, do this one here. How is it now? Can you see me, Raista? Is anybody there? Can you comment below so I know that somebody can see me? Please. Let me see if I'm good here. Yeah, I should be. Hello? I don't know if I'm on or not. Am I back? Am I back or not? Okay, I don't know what's going on. Can anybody talk to me to see if, oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah, I had problems with internet here. That's strange because I used to always have problems with internet, but now I don't anymore. So yeah, just a little glitch. Another fabric here going. Nice blue one. Sorry about that, Royce. Yeah, I know it was buffering because. So I was saying before is what would you think if I just get a plain black fabric, cut a strip of it, right? And use that as the border all the way around. Seeing that it's in fabric, I want to complete it in fabric. You know what I'm saying? Sequences. That's what they're called. They're called sequence. I just remembered. Okay. How long have I been on for? Oh, 41 minutes. Okay. That's strange. That the other thing shows me 55 minutes. Yeah, I just because yeah, I love things with with a border around them. So I thought that's what I could do. Or no, you know what I could do is I have a whole. I'm gonna let this dry, and I'm gonna show you something. Because here I'm not going to be continuing this now. I'm going to let it dry and then continue on the other side. But I'll show you what I can add. I'll just put it down here for a second. What I can add to this journal. So this is my little suitcase of goodies. And in here I have all different types of, pom-poms and rickrack and pieces of laces and trims and things like that. So I'm thinking of continuing the cover with, all these things. And then here I have little pieces of laces, other little pieces of laces. I don't know if you know, Royce, that my sister has a wedding shop here. So I get all the cuts from wedding dresses, and that's what these are. And like they go on and on and on. And they're just, this is how I receive them. I don't receive them, I don't cut them myself. I receive them as the seamstresses, when they're fixing the dresses. I get the cuts of what they cut off. Here's another one. I have so many of these little boxes full of little pieces. And then in here I have, other trims. I can't put the whole thing underneath the camera. I have all different types of trims and things like that. So that's what I keep. I have them all in here for me to make it easier to look for things when I need them. Because this isn't them all. This is actually just a little suitcase of a little bit of each stuff that I have. Naturally, these are, all what I have of rick racks and things like that. But, you know, things like this, like I got meters and meters and meters of this stuff because my brother-in-law used to sew curtains. So when he closed down his shop, I got a lot of, cuts and things like that he couldn't sell after, because then he ended up selling everything, and I ended up getting a lot of stuff from him, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this is my journal up until now, and yeah, you can go to town with this. It's gonna look really cool once you start adding stuff to it and everything, and I really like it because it's a nice hardcover. I'm actually really liking old books. Well, yeah, it's very nice of my sister. They're cuts that would be thrown away. They're not going to do anything with little tiny pieces of laces left from the wedding dresses, right? They're cuts. It's not that she's giving me meters of lace and things like that. Me too, what? Tell me, because I forget what I said. Love old books. Yeah. I don't have very many. I don't, what I do have are, a couple of children's books and things like that. No, I don't have very many, but and I'm using them mostly. Yeah, when they're probably empty, I will be using the covers to do other journals. But for the most part, the old books I have because I'm using up the pages that are in the old books, which is really nice. Yeah. So I'm going to close it here, Rista. Thank you so much for keeping me company. You're a sweetheart. That was really nice of you. That was my intent, to craft with somebody while I can talk with them. Actually, if you're up to it, we can do a face-to-face crafting thing, especially that you're in the Netherlands, because I don't have anybody here in Italy that I know that crafts. So I'm pretty much a lone crafter here. And and it's hard to find. The time difference is um is difficult as well too, with people in the States and things like that. Maybe when they're up and ready to craft, I have other things to do because I do have a big family as well. So yeah. So yeah, that's it. And like I said, thank you so much again for keeping me company. And we'll see each other for the next live wherever we meet up, because we do meet up quite often. Again, thank you so much, and thank you for being here. Bye.